Good evening, you're watching Estuary News. Coming up, a cycle speedway club in Hull is encouraging youngsters to get on their bikes as the sport grows in popularity. We visit a dog looking for its forever home as part of our Dog of the Week feature. And joining me in the studio are the stars behind Pleasure Island, a film set in northern Lincolnshire. Welcome to Estuary News, I'm Helen Barley. But first, here's Erica Barker with the news headlines.
The news today, North East Lincolnshire Council tell us they're stepping up plans to secure and create hundreds of key jobs in Grimsby. They have secured cash from a major government programme to help Young's Seafood invest in their 2 sites in the town. Early in the summer, Young's announced that they had lost a major contract and it was thought that jobs could be axed. Well, thousands of students across our region have celebrated A-level success today. Early indications are that Hull and East Riding sixth forms have improved, with the average point score per candidate rising steadily. In northern Lincolnshire at Franklin College, it's thought that 80% of students have the grades to get into their first choice when it comes to university. With teenagers from Tollbar Sixth Form College celebrating 100% pass rate for grades A star to E. Well, taxi drivers in Grimsby and Cleethorpes have teamed together to raise money for St Andrew's Hospice, the Mayor of North East Lincolnshire's chosen charity of the year. Hoping to make it an annual event in Laceby, it saw singers take to the stage with a fun day for all of the family.
Absolutely, we've had great feedback on Facebook, we've had good media coverage. There's a lot of people willing to come down and help. There's a lot of people willing to give their time and efforts, to which we're all thankful for. And it's just going to be an amazing time, amazing event, and the weather hopefully will stay sunny all day. So yeah, we're hoping for a good turnout.
Spitfires have soared over East Yorkshire and northern Lincolnshire in the Battle of Britain anniversary fly past. Commemorating its 75th anniversary, 13 vintage aircraft, which are from the Battle of Britain Memorial Flight and private Spitfire owners, flew from Humberside Airport this afternoon. Cycling fever is set to hit Hull this Sunday, with around 6,000 people expected to descend on the city for Sky Ride Hull. The event, which draws both cyclists and spectators, is a chance to ride on traffic-free streets. The route, which starts from Queen Victoria Square, takes in landmarks including the Deep, Ferrens Art Gallery and the Scale Lane Bridge. Well, if you have any news stories, please get in contact on 01472 315561. Until next time, goodbye.
The film Pleasure Island has been described as a compelling and gritty crime thriller. Filmed in both Grimsby and Cleethorpes, this local film is set for general release tomorrow. Joining me on the sofa now is lead actor Ian Sharp and writer and director Mike Doxford. Hi guys.
All right.
Hello. Thank you for joining me.
All right.
Much appreciated. How exciting is this? So Pleasure Island, tell us a little bit about it.
Pleasure Island is, story-wise, it's about a man who's been away from his hometown for a number of years. He's been away fighting in war, and he returns because he feels like he needs to find some redemption, atone for mistakes he's made in the past. And he connects with a childhood friend, and he finds out that her situation is pretty dire, and he wants to help her. But by trying to help her, things kind of get a little bit out of control, and he has to do whatever it takes to kind of put things right that have kind of fallen apart.
Wow. And you're, as the writer, you came up with this idea. Where did your inspiration come from for that storyline?
Well, actually, Ian initially had like a spark, a seed of an idea, and just had this desire to kind of come up here and make something. Because no film has ever been entirely made up in Grimsby and Cleethorpes, just hasn't been done.
That's very true.
So that was what kind of kicked it all off, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I brought Michael up to the area to kind of get some inspiration. We wanted to meet the locals, and I wanted to show him all the sites. We went to Scunthorpe, Hull, we went to Grimsby, obviously Cleethorpes, and we just came here and we were surrounded by so many incredible landscapes. It just made sense to set the film here. And then ultimately we went back home, and then Mike, I think you wrote the script in like, what, 6 weeks?
It was quick.
Really?
Yeah.
Very quick.
But to be honest, it wasn't difficult considering how rich the area is with storylines, people, locations. I was buzzing.
You were inspired then, because you were saying earlier you're from Somerset, aren't you? So you, first time to Grimsby and Cleethorpes?
It was.
What was your first impressions, honestly?
Wow, a lot to take in, really. I just think there's so much going for this area. I really do, actually. I think there's a lot of beauty. I mean, in Somerset, we don't really have beaches, really. I mean,
well, no, I suppose not.
I didn't really grow up with that. So, okay, we've got, I was going to say Stonehenge, but that's not even in Somerset. See, I'm clutching.
You're trying to find little things now.
Yeah, exactly. So I came up here and I just felt like there were so many things we could dive into. Obviously, the estuary is stunning, you know, the way it kind of goes on endlessly, and we use that in the movie. I really did. Everything we kind of saw, we were like, wow, how do we get this in? And Pleasure Island as well.
Obviously, the title Pleasure Island, you got that inspiration from Pleasure Island, the theme park itself. Is that what you chose to name? Is that why you named it Pleasure Island?
Yeah, I mean, that was one of the locations we looked at, and I think you.
Yeah, that was part of it. I think when we're thinking about the idea as well as, obviously, you know, we're in Britain. It's an island. I thought it was interesting what people choose to. What is pleasure? And for some people it's pain, you know, and I just thought that was interesting, you know, because obviously the film, it's gritty, you know, people are suffering, but at the same time people are profiting as well from that suffering. So I just thought that was an interesting angle as well, and the fact that obviously Pleasure Island is in Cleethorpes, it was just a bit of a no-brainer.
Yeah, and Pleasure Island actually really suited the story we wanted to tell, because as I mentioned, the character that Ian plays, Dean, he returns home and meets up with an old childhood friend. So there's a really nice nostalgia about their relationship. And they return to Pleasure Island where they went as kids. So, and it's the same with the beach as well. So that brings us similar connotations as well. This, just evoking those sorts of memories that they used to have. So it plays an important part in the movie.
That's lovely. And it's wonderful that you chose Grimsby and Cleethorpes, of all the places in the whole of the UK to film. Would you come back again? For a holiday?
For sure. we feel like there is so untapped here.
There's more you can get from it.
Definitely. I mean, we've been so fortunate that everyone's really got behind the movie. So it's really encouraging for filmmakers. Like, absolutely. You know, we say, you know, there's no way we could have made this movie, you know, in London. It would have been 50 times the price. Everyone was here, was just opening up their doors, and really that just added so much to the film.
People just got right behind it.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we feel really blessed that everyone kind of saw what we were trying to do. And actually, funny enough, when we shot the movie, it was really sunny. Like the whole shoot, I think we had one
That's
day
unusual for here as well, which is great.
Like, we had the best summer ever, didn't we?
Yeah, we really did.
I think we lost one afternoon to rain or whatever, which is quite unheard of. So
the movie actually has a really nice feel about it. You have got some bleaker elements within the story, but it's kind of nice juxtaposition with bright sunshine, beautiful landscapes, lots of colour.
Fab. Yeah. Okay, stay there. Don't go anywhere. We are going to come back to you in a moment. Okay.
No worries.
You're watching Estuary News. Coming up, can you give a dog a home? We visit an animal rescue centre in Lincolnshire. And Erica Barker returns with the sports news. Many people were inspired to take up cycling after the Olympics, and in our region it was no different. Cycle Speedway in Hull and Hessle are offering free taster sessions, and our reporter Dave Nunn went to find out more.
The 2012 Olympics brought cycling to the masses and made cycling in velodromes incredibly popular due to Olympic success. However, another form of cycling, Cycle Speedway, has also taken up, but what exactly is it?
Cycle Speedway has been around since just after the war. It sort of grew up on the bomb sites, you know, straight after the hostilities sort of thing, and it's really grown from there. So we've now got purpose-built tracks, and it's pretty much throughout the country really. There's about 40 clubs sort of spread around. We race in the north of England, so we go Sheffield, across to the West Riding, but we also go up to Edinburgh and Manchester, so quite a lot of travelling.
The track looks similar to a velodrome in its layout, but it's fairly different.
No, it's not. It's a little bit like a small speedway track in a way. So it's got a shell surface. It's about 70 metres long, but there are bank bends, so that's similarity there with the indoor velodromes. But there's a little bit of movement on a cycle speedway track, so you can actually sort of slide your bike a little bit to change your line. So it's not quite as grippy as it would be indoors.
Currently, the Speedway in Hull is hosting taster sessions for people to come down and give Cycle Speedway a go. Andy says that the boost that cycling got from the Olympics has had an effect.
That's what we're doing at the moment. We're just doing some sessions for the kids when they're away from school. So they book on here and come down and have a go. Most of these people have never ridden Cycle Speedway before. There is quite a boost in interest in cycling. We seem to get it right the way through from very youngsters. You know, they'll probably just watch it on TV. And they might only be 5 or 6 year old, and they come down here, and it just gives them a taste of the sport. Yeah.
The message from the organisers is for people to come down and give another alternative form of cycling a go.
I would say come along and have a go, yeah. Especially come to one of these taster sessions, or come down to a training night. We train every Tuesday. We've got plenty of newcomers, so you wouldn't be sort of faced with sort of the riders that have been doing it for a long time. Come and have a go.
Still with me in the studio is actor Ian Sharp and writer and director Mike Doxford. Thanks for still being here, guys. So one of the main questions I wanted to ask you, why, out of all of the places, why Grimsby and why Cleethorpes?
Well, I think obviously the big thing is the landscapes. That was a major incentive for us. Okay. Also the people as well. But ultimately, being from the region, I wanted to shine a positive spotlight on the area, because obviously I know what's been filmed, etc., like Skint. And I knew that there were so many great places that if I can capture on film would draw attention to the area. I mean, what we're trying to do is hope that this film begins more filming now. There's more opportunity that comes into the area, which is obviously great for the economy in the area. So that was a big intention of ours, wasn't it?
Yeah,
sure.
I would say we really realised when we were making the movie how it built a community. Because people really did get behind it, and we hope that same community and more can come out and support the movie.
Because you use local actors and actresses as well, haven't you? From Grimsby and Cleethorpes area. So you've got the locals in there with the film, which I think is absolutely wonderful. You're from Scunthorpe yourself.
Yes,
and you played lead character Dean. Now Dean's quite a what's the word I'm looking for? No, he's not a softie, is he? Well, he ends up having to, gunfire, and like you said, it's very gritty. How did that feel for you to play a character like that?
Oh no, that was great. I mean, it was a challenge. Obviously, I did a lot of research beforehand, playing a soldier. I spent some time with some of the military as well, but it was great. It's so much fun. Who doesn't want to hold guns and stuff and run down promenades?
I want to go.
It was great. That was actually one of the really cool days, wasn't it? When the audience were like, "What's going on? Is this real?" And we're like, "No, it's fine. We're making a film." No, but obviously the emotional parts are quite challenging. But as an actor, it's a tremendous help knowing that I'm actually from here, so I can tap into those resources and go, "Oh, I spent time on the promenade there, and I went on those arcades and."
You have memories here, don't you? So I suppose that
you and Gina as well. Gina, who plays the lead girl Jess in the movie, they're both from Scunthorpe.
Wonderful.
So they both know the area.
I mean, I went on holiday here all the time, and I used to live here for a while. So there was a lot of that authenticity came out as well. So it was quite.
And if you have the passion for the area as well, I suppose that comes out in your acting as well.
Definitely.
Now I have seen the trailer and it looks magnificent. It really, really does. I honestly thought it was a complete Hollywood film. The way it is filmed. I'm so proud of you guys for doing it in here as well. So it actually gets released tomorrow. Where can people see the film if they want to go and see it? Because I would advise anybody just to go and see it. Where can they go?
Well, I'd say go see it on the big screen if you can.
Of course.
And the place is Parkway, the Parkway Cinema in Cleethorpes. I would say definitely get down and see it there. We saw it there on Monday at the Northern Premiere, and it was amazing. The reaction was amazing. All the right gasps and laughs where we wanted them. So it was a great response. But beyond that as well, if people can't make it there, then they can get it online on iTunes and Amazon, Blinkbox if you've got that, and Xbox as well. So there's going to be various places, but we encourage people to go see it.
You've got to have the proper cinema experience, haven't you? And then go and buy it on DVD to keep as well. I like your style.
And the DVD I think is the 31st of August.
It is, yes. You can pre-order it on Amazon now. Actually, I've seen that you can
there'll be a few extras on there as well, which
so extra scenes and things. So you guys have worked together before. What's your next project now after doing this?
Well, together we can't disclose too much just yet.
Oh, that's exciting. Okay.
But Ian's got a project coming up as well.
We're making another film. My production company the film's called The Marker, which is another gritty thriller set in Birmingham. But that's shooting in November.
Because what people don't realise is that you guys started filming this July 2013. That's 2 full years of filming and intent. I mean, were there arguments on set? What's it like behind the scenes for 2 years filming something like this?
Well, I mean, we only filmed for 21 days.
Yeah. I know, it was quite quickly, wasn't it?
Yeah, it all came together pretty quick because we wrote the script quick, and then we were like, right, we're going to film in the summer, and it was 21 days. But no, I think we were blessed that we had a wonderful crew and wonderful actors. The actors were, they're a blessing for me, really, because they brought so much to their characters that I could never even have thought of.
I think it helps with friends first as well before colleagues. So
of course.
You can have that honest conversation like, look, being a producer as well, it's like, oh, we don't have the time, or we couldn't get that location. So that's what's so great about Mike. He can adapt. He can change it up. So that's why I think we work well together, don't we? And obviously we'll definitely work again together.
Absolutely, yeah.
I wish you all the best of luck for the future, and I hope this explodes. I really, really do, because I can't wait to see it. Cool. Thank you both for joining me. Really appreciate it. Now, here is our Dog of the Week feature.
Dog number 127 is a Bull Mastiff, a very big breed. Will need a very firm hand with him. He's called Buster. He's 2012. He just really needs to to go into an home that somebody understands the breed.
Now, Dave Nunn joins me on the sofa to talk through the regional news. So, all right, Dave.
I'm all right. Yeah, how are you, Helen?
Cool, I'm good, thank you. How have you been getting on with the news today? What have we got? What have you got to tell us?
It's obviously probably the biggest news today is, of course, A-level results are out. Start of the exam results season before GCSEs next week, and I know lots of local teenagers have been getting their results, including my little brother.
Okay, and do you know how he's done?
I don't think he'd want me to say.
He won't want you to declare
He
that?
did all right, but he's only doing his AS levels.
So what's next for these A-level students?
So I know there's been quite a lot of success. I've got the stuff here on my phone. So I know locally we've got Tulbar's got 100% pass rate, so 100% of their students got between A stars and E's.
That's impressive.
Caister Grammar School's had a really good performance. They're going to go back up the league tables along with Franklin College, and it's the same thing in Hull as well. And I know a record number of students have passed this year, and they always say it keeps getting higher every year. So now it'll be going into university.
Scary times. I remember it like it was yesterday, getting your results and having to apply for uni. But it's good. I think it's wonderful that we've got a nice area and that the results are good and ongoing.
This is the thing. I remember, this all makes me feel old because I remember getting my A-level results, and it was 5 years ago. I remember being absolutely terrified on the morning. I think I got up at about 6 o'clock and went on the internet browser on my PlayStation, went on the UCAS website and loaded it up, and it said, oh, I've got, you've got your place at the university. It was great. And
great feeling though when they get
and obviously,
it. Must be a relief to them all though once they get the results.
It is, and the thing, obviously, not everyone will get into university. And the thing with the thing is, if you don't get the grades you want and you can't get on the course you want, you just got to calm down. There's plenty of options for clearing.
There is.
I know this year, the difference this year being that there used to be a cap on the number of students that universities can take, and this year there isn't one.
Wow.
So the universities can really offer as many places as they want to, as many students as they like.
Okay.
So there's going to be lots of places for people to go.
Okay, good.
Just think about it, think about what you want to do, and then just go from there. But yeah, I remember getting my results, and it was terrifying. So
what have we got? What next story have we got?
So Grimsby obviously gets in the news quite a lot for negative press, but we've got two different stories that are quite good for Grimsby. We have, yeah. I know
let's hear them then. If they're positive, let's hear them.
It's quite a shock. There's two good stories at once, but we'll go on with this. So I'm sure you remember a couple of months ago, Young's got into a bit of trouble after losing a major contract. The jobs might have been at risk, and now the jobs have been saved, but now they're getting investment as well. So they're getting up to £1.346 million thanks to talks between the government and local MPs from the regional growth fund. They're going to get this money. It's estimated that the 200 jobs will be created and 250 jobs will be safeguarded.
That's brilliant for the area as well. That's absolutely wonderful.
Yeah,
that's the sort of news we need.
And as we're saying as well, with Young's getting in a bit of trouble earlier this year and looking like it could be going down, it's good to see them getting back on their feet.
Cool. Last one then.
And the second thing we've got, which is also good news for Grimsby, is the development on the Ramsden site.
Yes,
down Cleethorpes Road. So they're going to turn it from that big sort of mega store, whatever it is they have now, and they're going to make it into a very nice sort of shopping retail park, sort of like the one down Victoria Street, I think. Okay, I think that's something that the area needs. I think that's brilliant that they're doing that. Yeah, it's really good. When's that going to happen? Well, that's the thing, we don't really know when it's going to happen. I mean,
but it is going to happen, and that's the good news for the area and the town, I suppose, isn't it?
Not without some controversy. I mean, there's been controversy from Freshly Place, them saying that if they build another retail park, it's going to...
There will be there, won't there?
There always will be, but I think, I think it'll probably do some good, probably make Freshly Place push a bit harder to get some good shops in there and good shops in the new park.
Thanks, Dave. Thank you for bringing us all those stories. That's brilliant. Now it's time to go over to the sport with Erica Barker.
Hull FC have announced new signings. A World Cup winner, Sika Manu, was on a 3-year contract from next season, with a confirmation that Danny Washbrook from Wakefield Wildcats is to return to the team on a 2-year contract. Steve Bruce says he believes his side will face a big early season test when they travel to Wolverhampton Wanderers on Sunday. Wolves began their season with a 2-1 win at Blackburn Rovers last weekend and having only missed out on the playoffs on goal difference last season. On the club's website, it's reported that Bruce expects them to be challenging at the top end of the table once again. And Grimsby Town say they're expecting another bumper gate for the visit of Bromley to Blundell Park on Saturday. Over 5,000 supporters watched the Mariners see off Barrow on Tuesday night, and they are expecting a similar number for the visit of the Vanamara National League newcomers. And it's been reported Grimsby potter Stuart Carrington is set to break off in the Paul Hunter Classic later this month. The 25-year-old meets Tony Drago in round 4 at Stadthill, Germany, with a string of snooker's big names in the draw. And getting underway on Sunday, Lincolnshire play Norfolk at Cleethorpes Cricket Club. At present time, Lincolnshire are second in the MCCA Championship. Play starts at 11 a.m. and admission is free. And if you have any sports stories, do get in touch. Until next time, goodbye.
That's all we've time for. Thanks to my guests Ian Sharp and Mike Doxford. If you have a news story, then go to our Facebook or Twitter pages, details on the screen, or email news@estuary.tv, or you can phone Grimsby 01472 31 553. Good evening.
Hello and welcome to Estuary TV's weather. Friday will be humid with outbreaks of rain, thundery in the morning but clearing towards the afternoon, highs of 19 degrees Celsius. Much clearer over the weekend, with Saturday feeling very pleasant.